So, just gonna tidy up the tools so they're not everywhere. This pair of snips, I think this was a Temu special. They've been outside for quite a while. I think the phrase is they're a bit knackered now. Oh, this has got to come off here yet, so we can get that bit of flooring up and place that. All in good time. All in good time. So, been on the phone. Oh, I've messaged Sean. He's happy the bus is running again. We have a difference of opinions on the engine, but we're both happy it is a runner again. So at least now when they go we can move to town and district, we can do that. Even with no front suspension, we could get it in there with the blocks and a bit of creativity and get it in there. At least the back's up in the air. But like I say, the front will probably... We've had this before where the front won't build. I don't think it's helping that the doors aren't active because it builds the doors, so I don't know if it's building quite enough pressure, but the sensor's also not reporting it's low, so I don't know whether there's a wiring issue. But as soon as we've undug the cab of all the lino, then you know we can have a look. I might do some of that today as well, get that bagged up. So our plan is the seat that was here is going to be turned round and face that way. We're going to have a table here where one set of seats was, and this set of seats, which I can see is still here on the floor, is going to be here. So about here is going to be a table, and then this set of seats is going to have to move back a bit, so that will enable that. And then this spare space that we're going to have here, which I've just decided, because we're going to have spare space like here, because the seat that's here is going to be a bit further up back, is we can make that our like fluid storage. So all the fluids that we carry on a day out, we can put all them there, then they're not going to affect anyone. Just decided that. So let's dig out this really shite solar panel kit. Well, first of all, let's just cover this engine bay back up. I've not put the rockers back on yet, but I will do. Need them out first. Right. So, let's open our shitty kit. There we go. So we have, I would say solar controller, but it's a bit shit really, isn't it? It's a bit rich to call it a solar controller. We have our instruction booklet in Chinese and Chinglish. Don't know why I'm going to bother with that. We have our solar panel, and annoyingly this one has USB on the back of it. My plan was to go stick one of these straight up on the roof. I've done with it, but I can't do that because they've decided that this needs USB ports. Why? I don't know. Now this kit I'm not that arsed about because it cost, I think it was like 20 odd quid. It wasn't much. Now let's stick some. Look, they're that good that the pads don't even stick. That's how good it is. That gonna stay on? Good. Right, and the other one needs to go roughly there. Yeah, the end game is to have these on the roof, these solar panels, and have it so it charges enough, essentially, to keep us going most of the day. Then obviously while we're driving on and not using it, then it's going to charge up. Hang on a minute. Literally, there is no instructions to this. Do these go on here? It appears like they might do. I don't want to bend the panel though. I don't think they do. I think they are supposed to sit like that, but then the panel doesn't sit right. What a shite kit! What a totally shockingly shite kit. Then again, don't know why I expected anything less from eBay, really. They just don't work. Even if you put the panel that way, it wouldn't work. I can't have the panel up there. I've got an idea. Bollocks to this. The chance of this being on here for long anyway is zilch. Just about to cut gaffer tape with my teeth. Because the chance of this actually working, I'd put it down to about 0. That on there. Put one on the bottom. So this is really it's temporarily so we can charge like the GoPros on the go and what have you. Now I've already got this somewhat wired in. I'm playing at home. So that goes in there. That's about to get gaffer taped to the window. It's really missold. But for the filming and renovation, it's enough. So, car battery. Now, this is a battery that's been given to us. It served us well. What I'm going to do is put it temporarily on top of the stereo. Like so. I'm going to turn it round. Right. And then that's negative. That's positive. And it's so flat, this battery, that nothing happens. Quality! Let me get a multimeter. Let me get my multimeter. This battery shouldn't be that flat. But there is a chance that it is. But it proves that the solar panel is doing, what's the word I'm looking for? Naff all. 3.5 volts. What's the solar panel giving out? Four volts. I didn't notice that light on there before. Last time. Well, it's giving out something. It's shite. Give me a minute. Let me just see what charges in this other big battery. I could put them in parallel. It might be enough to turn them on. Or turn the controller on. Further to bloody lift it now. The suspension's up. Get out of the way. Big bastard coming in. So, this is the battery that won't charge. Oh! The solar gear's turned on, hang on. Magnificent Chinese art. So it's saying, just, that the solar panel's on, and it's providing 6 volts. But it's just died again. So, does that mean that this battery is taking a charge? Although no, it's gone up to 4 volts. It's a shite charge, but it's taking it. Let me link these two in parallel. Might freak it out. So, series is, don't go black. It's a black. Because I don't want to up the voltage, I just want to run them together. Luckily, we have jump leads. Oh shit. I've just got to retrieve one of them though. One of them's holding an airline shut. With this being a 5 volt battery, it might have enough to bring it to life. Yes, it does. So, right, so it's saying 6 volts from the solar, cut off at 14, 12.6, 10.7 is its cut off. But that solar panel really is shockingly shit. Film messes up. Might make it operate a bit better. But I think a lot of it is lost down in the conversion for here. Because this is outputting 5 volts at 3 amps. No way in hell will that output 3 amps of power at 5 volts. We're getting 3 volts from the solar panel. 3 volts from the battery. Jumping about all over the show. Probably because that is trying to turn on. And it just can't turn on. Cheap Chinese shite. Well, we'll see if that charges the battery up. But I'm suspecting it won't. Because that's not on. But I don't know if these are... I don't know. There's no real way of getting any extra light on that. Shy of like opening this window and having it stuck up that way. Which I could do. We can try that. Let's try that. Let's pull that out. I'm going to need it that way round. Stick it on like that, so there isn't glass in the way. However, means this doesn't reach now. It's alright, we can put the jump leads on the end of that and improve that. Apparently we're getting 18 volts from that. If that's the case, that's brilliant. Because it has powered up that. So, in theory now, if we take our extension leads, put one on there, put one on there, take that off that one, that on there, so let me point you up in the air. So 11.3 volts is what that panel is now supposedly making. I wonder if this glass will be slightly polarized. So, in theory, this is possible even with just this panel. So that is now charging that battery up. So if we go back to volts on here, I think I've got a bumblebee. 10 volts. So that is actually charging that battery. But I take my cheap Chinese products back. But there's nothing. Literally, I'll read you this instruction manual. Because it's quality. So, make sure the battery has high enough voltage for the controller to identify the battery type before the first installation. Yeah. Install the controller close to the battery as possible to avoid voltage drop across the too long of a wire. Yeah. This controller is only output all kinds of lead acid batteries, including the do not charge other batteries, including lithium batteries or nickel hydride. No, it said lead. This controller can only be used to PV panel as the charging power. Do not use DC or other power as the charging power. Brilliant. Product features. Industrial level master chip is adopted. Large screen. 3-stage PWM charging management. Built-in overcurrent, short circuit, open current, protect reverse connect, and all that bollocks. Dual MOS and backflow circuit, ultra low heat output. Brilliant. It doesn't tell you like the different types of battery or anything like that. Apparently it can do 24 volt. Apparently. But I don't know. Let's have a... But it thinks it's a 24 volt system. Because it's putting out, it wants to put out 28 volts, I think. Yeah, the float voltage. Let's turn that down. How do we do that? Like that. Oh, there's a big wasp in here. You can't hold it, you've got to press it. We went to 29 then. Lowest is 26. Do you reckon wasps like easy start? Turns out no. Discharge reconnect. 25 volts. Yeah, it's not picked this right battery, has it? You can change the battery type, B1, B2. But it doesn't tell you in the instructions. Oh, B1 sealed, B2 gel, B3 float. The only thing that concerns me about all of this and leaving it is how thick is this. So is this going to charge this battery up? We're at 11 volts now. I take that off. 10 volts. So it is charging it. Is it going to be smart enough to turn the charge off? No idea. But I suppose I'm here for a little longer, so we'll see. Next! What we can try and do is charge you up, actually. 1 minute. I have a lead. There is USB on here, so let's try plugging you in. Plugged you in. And then plug you in there. Do your charge. We're down to 6.5 volts. And the GoPro says no. I take it it's trying to take the charge out of that battery. We unplug it back up to 11. So we're gonna have to switch over to the other GoPro.